up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. Oh, wow, guys. All right, so let's jump into this. We basically got a dev note, and before I jump into the dev note, I want to jump into this new update that's coming, the Wednesday maintenance notice. So we've got, in this maintenance, we got new events and offers are going to be added along with the correction of some issues. So basically, they're going to have a compensation of an Omega supply box and agents who create their, for whoever created their heroes before. In order to promote smooth matchmaking and exciting upcoming content, some regions will be transferred to other regions. So here goes the detail of those. So South Asia, it looks like it's going to be transferred to Southeast Asia. South America is going to be transferred to America East. And we finally have the Omega Flight servers being transferred to America East. So we knew this was most likely going to happen because, let's be fucking honest, the player counts on these servers are really low. And it's going to cause a problem for future issues. So we knew the transfer region was going to go. That is happening this soon says a lot because, like I said, Halfsin put out a video there where he showed the characters and they were basically being, the player counts were basically dropping down. We went from like 4,000 players on Omega Flight and we're down beneath like 2,000 now. So the transfer happening is okay. It needed to happen and I'm glad that it's happening because logging in and trying to get those are a lot. So so this is happening. This is weird because it says the detail during the maintenance on 11/3. Okay, so this is not happening this Wednesday, but it's going to happen on 11/3. I'm fucking confused. We've got a 10/27 maintenance. Literally says right here a 10/27 maintenance, but then it says during the maintenance on 11. What the fuck, bro? Content matchmaking between servers have been changed. Matchmaking system, matchmaking per region. So right here you can see Titan's Southeast Asia is now going to include Frozen Peaks. So you're getting match made with all of the servers on Titan, Wakanda, and Frozen Peaks, thereby increasing the Southeast Asia server. That's a little bit bad that the Southeast Asia servers are literally, Frozen Peaks was coming from South Asia. I don't know what areas that included. Was that... I don't know what those areas included. I'd have to look back at those. But then you can see basically America East, which included Hydra Empire 1 and 7 and New Stark City 1 and 7, is now going to get paired up with Omega Flight and Nowhere 1 through 8 inside there from region matchmaking. So basically, you basically say that Omega Flight 1 through 8 or Omega Flight and Nowhere 1 through 8 basically didn't have enough players. So now what you're going to see is a very there's going to be more comparable sampling in terms of player rank and stuff like that, because having it happen on Omega Flight where you just had a 2,000 player limit, now we're going to increase to New Stark City and Empire 1, and that's going to change things. So matchmaking there will probably be facilitated more, and we'll see how the whale empire at this point, most people should, most free to play players, or even pay to play players rather, should have caught up with the whales that are there on Omega Flight, because remember, Omega Flight did have the 1 month head start. Special offer, Nano Fusion related product fix. Oh fucking god. The special offer for Nano Fusion that did not pop up, even though the conditions have been met, has been worked on so that offers will be displayed. They're going to push that money, and that's happening during the maintenance period on 10/27. Okay, so basically, we're waiting for this server stuff to happen on 11/3, so why even announce it in here? And we're basically going into 10/27, where we basically know this is going to offer. So, yeah. So, basically, everybody who got those Nano Fusions, guess what? You're going to get offers. Cash shop offers. Once again, they're going to constantly throw those fucking cash shop offers at you. Meanwhile, this Nano Fusion system is probably something that most players did we fucking need this? 24 hours after the maintenance ends, we're basically going to get that issue. And then we got an issue where Black Widow is occasionally unable to utilize stealth. I don't really use it, so I don't know. An issue where the cooldown reduction effect isn't applying intermittently as intended when using like Iron Man's Operation Amplification. Spider-Man special extra electro agility is not being used. Star-Lord's rapid fire spray. Okay, so you guys have to let me know on your characters how that's affecting you. New events have been prepared to support our agents' grand adventure unfolding in Marvel Evolution. There will be a Halloween-themed events too. We look forward to your interest and active participation. Further details will be announced in the events notices after the maintenance is complete, so I'll talk to you guys about those. The event that's finished is the Special Card Festival 1 Iron Man Captain America event. I would like to see them do these for the other cards inside the event. If, you know, I hate to say this, but as a player, I want a better chance at getting some of the other cards. Having Captain America, Spider-Man, and Black Widow would be one of those. And then, of course, we're going to have new offers. You know that shit was going to happen. So, we get some definitive information on we're going to get definitive information in this new dev note. So, this is the third dev note, right? This is really weird that we're getting this many dev notes, but we're getting definitive information about the Eternals. It looks like the Eternals are coming to the game. So, I was wrong, if you want to look at it that way. They are not playable characters. They're companions. So we're going to take a look at this. We are always grateful to all of our agents for taking their valuable time to share their opinions. We are doing our best to thoroughly review every single one and reflect it in-game as much as possible. Hero balance adjustments and fixes requested were addressed in the last maintenance. Hero balance will be an ongoing initiative. We will continue to monitor this area and strive to improve upon it. We are also aware that there are still various pieces of content and features that agents want to be added to the game. We believe that some suggestions are part of Dev Note number 2. We would like to divulge some key information regarding the major update we're aiming to complete by 11.3. In case of any changes, an additional announcement will be given. We reveal some of the features announced in previous Dev Notes along with the sneak peek on content. All right, so let's jump into this now, right? So it looks like there's a couple of things that are happening. We are getting Eternals, however, they are going to be companions. I don't understand the point of adding fucking companions into this game. I really don't, but okay. So we're preparing a support system called Companion, which features characters to take the role of supporting or enhancing your playable hero. These companions also have an active skill that allows assisting in combat. A maximum of 4 companions forming a team is able to help your hero. Agents can acquire the companions through the new Epic Invasion Alliance ranking rewards and convergence box. Please look forward to these companions that will always have your back. So 4 Eternals, and we basically see is Gilgamesh, Athena, Cersei, and Icarus are basically going to join the Marvel Universe as companions. So most likely what I'm going to imagine is, like I said, we already have Icarus and Cersei inside Marvel Future Fight. Athena and Gilgamesh will probably join in terms of characters that are coming later down the road. For the month of November. So those characters are basically going to come there. And we basically are rolling in to Epic Invasion, the Eternals as well. In the 1013 update, Thanos threatened Omega Flight with his malicious desire to conquer the primary Earth. It seems that we managed to put a stop to Thanos' invasion for a time. Peace was restored. Once again, we are facing a whole new threat. Omega Flight is calling for all heroes from primary Earth to the next epic invasion, with the Eternals. You'll be joining forces with Icarus, Athena, Cersei, and Gilgamesh to finish their eternal battle against the Deviants. So basically, we're going into a new update of, you know, the Eternals for Epic Invasion. So we'll look to see how that's going to happen on 11.3. So we got a 1 week gap between the completion of the Epic Invasion Mad Titan into the Eternals. How this companion system is going to fit within this, we will have to see. Alliance Omega War Beta. All right, guys. So here we go with this shit. I told you guys it was going to come down. Many of our agents expressed the need to add some new content that they can enjoy with their Alliance members. Thus, we are planning to add an all-new Omega War mode where Alliance can battle each other in order to provide more Alliance-based gameplay. Either the Alliance leader or deputy will be able to register you for participation in the war, which will be held every week. Rewards will be given based on the results of the war, and those results will be counted towards the newly added Alliance ranking. Alliance Omega War will initially run as a beta service. Once it's updated, updated, so please give us your feedback on this feature. Agents can start playing the Alliance Omega War 2 weeks after the Eternals update is complete. So there you guys have it, right? Like I told you, this cross-play server shit. I showed you Bleach Mobile 3D and showed you these modes that they were going to basically come. We're probably going to end up with some kind of alliance mode for each of these things, and they're going to probably be cross-server. And I don't mean servers within like how they were talking about in the notices where you had like the maintenance notice, and we basically now have a bigger pool of what you call. I'm talking about cross servers. So meaning that at some point we're probably going to be cross serving, playing from Southeast Asia to America East and stuff like that. And it's going to be a bundle pool. I imagine that specifically with Dimension duels as well. So we're going to be playing Alliance Omega War. This actually should be a good update because I do feel like this is where the Omega War will benefit. It's just how they implement it is going to be really dependent. I hope to God that we are going to have multiple stages of Alliance Mega War, because getting a 10v10 mode that's going to be able to go at all times is going to be feeling really, really fucking weird. So I hope that we have a 3v3 or 5v5, like I said to you guys inside my The Good, the Bad, the Ugly video about the Alliance Omega War. Now, we got the new ranking system, which is the Alliance ranking. The total contribution of Alliance members will determine their Alliance ranking on the server. Current contributions are limited to donate, check-in, and Alliance loyalty, but will be updated to take content usage into account as well. Alliance ranking will be updated every week, and season rewards will be awarded. So basically, this is going to have a reason for you to actually increase your Alliance and basically have active members inside your Alliance and participating in content in there, so that way you're helping out your Alliance as best as possible. Nothing wrong with this. The bad part about this is that you're not in one of those really top tier alliances. This is how the alliances will start to coalesce into the strong, and the weaker alliances will fall off because players will see these things and they will be like, well, I need to join in on this alliance or that alliance. It's going to happen. Agents can check the strongest player on the server, and lists will be divided into ranks by squad and ranks by hero type. A special symbol will be awarded to the top player. That's pretty neat, pretty nifty. Like for instance, on the Omega Flight server, you can typically see who are in the top across the different game modes anyways, which is pretty cool. And I think most players have a general idea of who the strongest players in the game are. This is really for the whales. In terms of builds and stuff like that, this is pretty much for the whales. Like, you know what I mean? Like the whales are pretty much going to fight for those ranks to get up high and be basically, you know, they want that dopamine to ease their personalities. That's what it is. Transmutation. All right. Holy shit. Alright guys, so basically, as mentioned in Dev Note 2, a new feature called Transmutation will be added to increase the usability of costumes and Omega cards. Yeah guys, okay. You can use Transmutation to change your costumes and Omega cards to be usable for another hero in your squad. For costumes, only the hero that equips the costumes will change, and all its information and stats are retained. For Omega cards, only the hero's exclusive stat will be converted and applied. Alright, so this isn't dealing with the issue for the Omega cards, because if the hero's exclusive stat is just going to be converted and applied, does that mean that if I have air to surface, that is still going to be air to surface when I apply it to another hero? You see what I'm saying by that? For costumes, all this information and stats are retained, so it just basically becomes a way for me to leapfrog. The question is, how do I pay for it? They're not including that information in here, which is the bad part, because if it was just going to be a free option or a highly available option, then you probably wouldn't have had to worry about anything, right? You know what I mean? So like they would have probably noted that inside here if it was going to be a relatively easy method to just transmute items between characters, but it's not. So you already should know that there's probably going to be bad coming along with this. The criteria is basically that you just have 4 to 6 star region and special costumes, and then 4 to 6 star rare and special Omega cards. The good thing about this in a whole is that, like, they are recognizing that, you know, like, for instance, when Thor comes out, I'm not going to continue playing Doctor Strange. When, you know, Black Panther comes out, I might switch off and try to craft Black Panther out. When, you know, certain characters that people really love, they know that their main characters are going to be, you know, driven back to the side, and to have to level up through all of this region and Omega cards again doesn't really make sense. It's way too much effort at that point. So it's a good thing that they're addressing this. Battle badge crafting, a function that allows agents to craft and acquire 4 to 6 star battle blitz battle badges will be added. The previous grade battle badge will be used as a crafting material. We also plan to allow agents to achieve collections or increase their power through battle badge crafting. Craft higher grade battle badges with the battle badges you possess. All right, so that's pretty cool, as long as it's not going to be their random number generator where it's like, hey, I threw a bunch of 4 stars and I got a fucking 4-star back. If it's any way the same way the fucking costume system is, or the core system is, it's gonna be an epic fail. But you notice they didn't even want to address that shit in the they didn't even want to address that in the update. The notice, they didn't even want to address it at all, like the chilling with Danny Koo. And then we got a function that allows for changing the nanofuge costume options will be added. Finally, thank God, nanofusion costume option change effects only the bonus stats, just like the current costume option change. We sincerely apologize for the issue caused by not being able to change the nanofuge costume option. That's it for dev note number 3, and that's what they're looking forward to Strafe. So this is mostly relegated to the 11.3 update coming, not necessarily the update that's happened here. So 11.3 is not too far away. That is pretty much next week, Wednesday. So this is next week's patch that's coming. So I was wrong. We are getting the Eternals, but they're not going to be playable characters. They are companions. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know why they needed to add heroes as companions. Doesn't really fucking make sense to me. Just add more ways that we play with other players in the game. Like, why do we have companions? I would love to see how that's going to play out on a screen, whether my 4 companions are going to be displayed and your 4 companions are going to be displayed when I'm in blitz mode, and we're going to have a total of, what is that, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. There's 20 fucking characters. Are we going to have all those characters displayed on the screen? It'll be interesting to see anyways. Nonetheless, it's an interesting way to introduce more characters into the game without necessarily having to facilitate playable characters, meaning, you know, like, they are still spending the time and effort to create these character models, but they're not having to do any of the things related to, like, building those character skills and dealing with the balance of them and so forth like that. So it's a way of giving us something without it. You notice the one thing that we didn't have at all inside this dev note or inside the patch note is there's been no information about magic. So that means that if you were expecting magic to come, good luck. We're basically looking at least another 2 weeks of patches with no magic. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't really care, to be honest, because magic's not a character that I was going to really sweet over. I've got a whole host of rewards basically for that's inside my inventory in terms of, you know, cards and that I now free to open. So anticipate a video where you guys are gonna get that, especially about these battle badge crafting. The battle badge crafting is going to be an interesting thing because, yeah, now I have a reason to hold on to any badge that is 4-star above, whether I get it from Omega War, Dark Zone, and so forth. So it makes those reward systems feel less not less than, but better in a sense, because if I open up a battle badge box for Dark Zone and I get a 4-star badge inside there, knowing that if I have enough badges I can now craft another one. So basically, guys, if you start receiving 4-star badges at this point, you need to be collecting them. You get the point, right? Anything 4-star to 6-star you need to be holding on to. So this is gonna be cool for like the epic invasion mode where I've received a number of 6-star badges. Hopefully I'll be able to convert those badges into other ones. We'll see how how it looks as it comes out and it rolls out, but that doesn't look like it's coming until 11/3. We don't have very much coming for 10/27. The majority of stuff look like it's coming next week. So let's see how that is. So again, sorry guys, I was wrong. We are getting Eternals, but they're not fucking playable characters. All right, until next time, guys. Peace.